taking your time to watch this short clip. What is this clip all about? I'm going to teach you how to understand chemistry. That's right, students. Understand chemistry. That's a keyword, right? Students, please do not memorize chemistry. That's the wrong way of studying chemistry. The right and the only way to understand chemistry is by understanding chemistry. The key word here is that understand, not memorize. Okay, so before that, who am I? I am your chemistry teacher for the day. My name is Mr. Vijay. What is my background? I am a graduate from University Malaya, right? In the area or in the discipline of science. Okay, and yeah, that's right. That means I graduated from University Malaya with a degree of Bachelor of Science, major in zoology and minor in genetics. I've been teaching for the past 20 years, students. That is something that you must think about, right? 20 years of experience. And today, students, I am putting this video together to see whether if I am able to help you. That is the main intention. So I would like to help as many students as possible to understand chemistry. Why? Because a lot of students out there are having trouble with chemistry. I am sure you will agree with me, right, students? But to tell you the truth, students, chemistry is not a tough subject after all. It's very easy. Perhaps you were using the wrong method of studying chemistry. Okay, let's start with the right footing. Rule number 1, students, as I mentioned earlier to you, do not memorize stuffs in chemistry. You got to understand chemistry. Now, before we go to rule number 2, I would like to inform you and request of you to listen this video until to the end. Why? Because I am going to make chemistry easy for you. You trust on me, students. Definitely at the end of this program, you will agree with me that chemistry is actually very simple. And number 2, I'm going to give a lot of easy stuffs for you to take back so that your study of chemistry becomes easy. Right? Okay. So the second rule, just remember, students, first rule, do not memorize, understand chemistry. Second rule is never study chemistry topic by topic. Yeah, of course, students. Initially, you got to do that. Alright, in the beginning, you got to study topic by topic. But once you have already studied the topics, you got to interrelate the topics. Yeah, that's true, students. That's why a lot of students have problem with chemistry. Why? Because they do not have the ability to interrelate the topics. Don't trust me? Take a SPM past year series book. Refer to one of the questions and you will see that there is no single question in chemistry that is based on one topic alone. It is all interrelated. Yes, student, it's true. I'll give you an example. Let's say you take the chapter of chemical equations and formula. That is one topic, but it is being used throughout chemistry in all topics. Now let's take another topic, periodic table. Periodic table is being used in all the other chapters. It's all interrelated. That's what I mean. You got to study chemistry by interrelating the topics. Okay? Now students, this is not pre-planned. This video shooting is not pre-planned, or I'm not reading from any stuff. It's natural. It's naturally done. Okay? Whatever that is coming into my mind, I'm speaking out through my mouth. Okay? So it is not pre-planned. So forgive me if there is any slip of tongue. Okay, students? Alright, the third thing when you study chemistry, right, students, you have to take into consideration 3 important stuffs. 3 important stuffs, students. What are the 3 important stuffs? Number 1, your definition. Okay, let's go to the board. Let me prove it to you, alright? Okay, so the first thing that you must know, alright, in chemistry, when you study chemistry is you got to understand your definition. That is utmost important. Definition is utmost important in chemistry. Alright? In fact, in all other science stream subjects, definition is very important because all subject of science is derived from definition. It all comes from definition. Okay? Now, again, students, if you notice, I use the word understand. I didn't use memorize. But out there, if you go, a lot of people will ask you to memorize. No, that's wrong. Right? I always say to my students, memorizing is bad for health. No, it's really not good, students. The right way is for you to understand. How do you understand your definition? You must understand your concept. So we come to the second point, students. Second point, concept. Okay? So you have to know your definition and you have to know your concepts. the concept that underlies and supports the particular definition. And the third thing is formula. The third important thing is formula. Alright, so when you study your chemistry, right, you got to take these three into consideration: definition, concept, formula. Are you clear, students? So there are three things here. Okay? Now, of course, the third one, the formula, you will not come across it in all parts of chemistry, only certain parts. Alright? So only certain parts involve formula calculation, not all parts. So that formula part is only depending on the relevant subtopics. Okay? So the definition and concept is very important. Now let me prove to you, students, right? Okay. Now I'm going to prove to you by taking an example, the chapter of salt. Salt, yeah? Now I will ask you a question. Do you know what is salt all about? Now if I ask you, maybe you would say, oh, salt. Yes, Mr. Vijay, I know what is salt. The one my mother uses for cooking. Yeah, you are right. You are not wrong, of course. Your mother uses to make curry and all that, right? Your mother takes a pinch of salt, am I right? So, yes, salt is involved there. But I'm not talking about eating, yeah? Understanding what is salt all about. That's what we're going to do now. So, salt, you've got to know what is the definition. Okay, let me give you the definition. Right? You see, students, again, I'm not holding any book on my hand, or I'm not watching any screen, any computer screen. I'm just telling you out straight, just like that, because I understood my stuff. Alright? So what is salt? Salt is a substance that is formed when hydrogen atom is replaced by metal ion or ammonium ion. So that is the definition for salt. What is it all about? How do I understand it? So we have to go back to the concept. Okay, let's go to the concept. Alright? So, from my definition that I gave you just now, students, salt is formed, alright, salt is formed from acid. Can you see that now, students? Salt is formed from acid. Okay, so the basic substance that forms a salt is acid. This is the first thing that you got to put into your mind. Okay, so salt is formed from acid. The basic substance that forms salt is acid. Okay, now the second thing that you must know is that the hydrogen atom. So let's take acid here, right? HX. I represent the acid with HX. The H is the positive ion and the X is the negative ion. Positive ion is cation, negative ion is anion. So from my definition, I mentioned to you that the hydrogen ion, alright, from the salt is displaced. What is another word that is synonymous to displaced? Replaced or substituted with. Okay, I hope you understand it to make you understand better. Right? So the hydrogen ion in the acid is replaced, substituted or displaced by metal ion. Now this metal ion can be potassium ion, sodium ion, calcium ion, magnesium ion, or there are many other metal ions. Right? Others are such: ferrum, stannum ions, mercury ion, silver ion, lead ion, copper ion. All these are metal ion. Okay? Or students, substituted by ammonium ion. Alright? NH for positive. So let me repeat that for you. Salt is formed when an acid, the hydrogen, right? The hydrogen from the acid is replaced by either a metal ion or an ammonium ion. Okay? So when this happens, right, students, the product, okay, the product that is formed is called salt. Okay, let's take an example. Let's say I go back here. Alright? Potassium ion. That means the acid, the hydrogen is displaced, okay, and the hydrogen is substituted by potassium ion. Can you see that now? Potassium takes the place of hydrogen here. Okay? So the product, alright, potassium and the X is the anion. The potassium is the cation now. The product that is formed, this is what which is called as salt. Can you see that, students? So to make it simple for you, can you see here? The initial substance is an acid. The hydrogen from the acid, the hydrogen is displaced and substituted by potassium ion in this case. Can you see here? Potassium. So the product is called as salt. Can you see that, student? So this is what? The concept. So by you understanding the concept, you automatically understand the definition. So let me repeat the definition again. What is salt? Salt is a substance that is formed when hydrogen atom from an acid is replaced by a metal ion or an ammonium ion. You see that, students? So definition. Automatically you get your definition by understanding the concept. Now let me throw a question to you to see whether you understand well or not. Okay? Now is magnesium oxide a salt? Alright? Is magnesium oxide a salt? Yes. I hear some of you all telling yes. I hear some of you all telling no. I mean, let me go to the board and explain to you. But it's a good try. Students, if you have said no, you are right. That's the right answer. The answer is no. Okay? How do I test whether this is a salt or not? Many of you all, what you all will do is that you will take a look at magnesium oxide and you will see, oh, there is magnesium ion here. It is a metal ion. There is oxygen ion here, which is oxide actually, which is a non-metal ion. Metal and non-metal, therefore you have an ionic compound. If it is an ionic compound, it is a salt. No, students, that is the wrong criteria that you use to test whether it is salt or not. That is not the way. That is not the method to test the salt. Okay? Not to say to test the salt, to see whether it is a salt or not. Alright? So what is the right way to identify whether it is a salt or not? So remember just now, students, I mentioned to you over here. Can you see here, students? Salt is formed when hydrogen atom from an acid is replaced by a metal ion or an ammonium ion. Remember that? So to know whether a substance is a salt or not, what do? I go in reverse. Reverse? What does reverse mean? Ghostan. I'm sure you would have heard the word ghostan, right? Okay? Move backward. Correct? So that's exactly what I do. So that you take a look here. I go back to this, the magnesium oxide, right? The magnesium over here, I substitute with hydrogen. I substitute with what? Hydrogen. So when I substitute with hydrogen, the oxygen still remains. Can you see, huh? So the magnesium is replaced with hydrogen. The oxygen still remains. So what do I get here? H2O. In other words, the base product here is water. Alright? That means what? The initial substance that form the magnesium oxide is water. But you must understand that the initial product that forms salt is what? Yes, I heard you all say, correct, that's right. Acid. Salt is not formed from water, wrong. Therefore, if the initial substance is not acid, therefore this is not a salt. Alright? So those of you all say magnesium oxide is not a salt, you are right, you are absolutely right. Means that you have understood the concept. Okay? Let me give you another example. Alright? Let's take sodium chloride, NaCl. Okay? Now sodium chloride is the one that practically you eat daily. Yes, students, that's right. You practically eat daily. Why? Because sodium chloride is also known as common salt. Yes, students, common salt is the one that your mom uses to make your food, curry and so on and so forth. Alright, so now the question is sodium chloride a salt? So how do you know whether it is a salt? the concept. What is that? You take the sodium, alright? You replace it with hydrogen. The anion bring down again. That means put it here again. So what is this? HCl. What is HCl? Hydrochloric acid. Yeah. Can you see that, students? That means what? The initial substance that forms sodium chloride is an acid. So if the initial substance that forms the salt is an acid, therefore it is a salt. That's how you test whether it is a salt or not. Can you understand, students? So you must understand your concepts, students. Okay? So if you see here, I do not believe in memorizing because I always say to my students, memorizing is not good for health. Yes, students, that's true. Memorizing is not good for health. But understand your stuff, because if you understand, you can go very far. Alright? Start from the right footing, because the outcome will be very positive. Are you clear, students? Now, students, if you have learned what I have taught you for today, and you find that what I have passed to you is very simple, and you have appreciated what I have taught you, then what you could do, the least for me, is that you can like this video, and you can also go and tell more of your friends. Okay? Please let many people know so that they can benefit from this video. Now, students, you can contact me at 012 680 5900. That's my personal number. Yes, I'm giving my personal number. I repeat again, 012 680 5900. Now you can call me if you have any problem. I'll be more than happy to help you. On top of that, you can also call me for tutorial classes. I'll be having frequent tutorial classes where I go more deep. I give a lot of examples to help you understand chemistry better. So you can call to attend for my tutorial classes. If you want to know more about what I do, you can go to my website www.rakan, R-A-K-A-N, that's right, rakan.edu.my. Let me repeat it again for you, www.rakan.edu.my. Alright, students, please do tell more of your friends about this video clip. I'll be producing another part of this video clip where I'll be giving you more points to understand chemistry in a easier and a simpler manner. Okay, I'll be giving you a lot of simple methods of understanding chemistry. So please look for my next video. And also, students, do not forget, never give up. Okay, please keep holding to your beliefs. Alright? And if you have any issues, please call me. I'll be more than happy to help you. So students, remember, sharing is caring. Please inform your friends about this clip so that you help them. The more you give, the more you give. So thank you, students, for being with me. Until then, this is Vijay signing out. Bye.